What is going on, everybody? What is going on? Okay, so now we can't get our hair braided, or we got to watch the brand that we use. Have y'all heard about the synthetic hair having the cancer chemicals in the synthetic hair? Yes, believe me, broke my heart. I'm like, what? And I'm trying to tell you, I believe it. The reason why I believe it is because, yes, when I get my hair braided, and it's not like, y'all remember back in the day, like way back in the day, and you would get your hair braided and it would be so sore and tender because, you know, it was before knotless came out, before where they knew how to use tender loving care, and you walk around with a sore scalp for like a week or two. You know, sometimes when people had events or whatever they was getting their hair done for, they would actually get their hair done maybe 2 weeks prior just to get over the pain first. However, I was thinking, you know, of course you got little scabs here and there. So I'm thinking, just like probably everybody else, oh, that's just probably from the tension. You know, then they had stopped going so tight up on our line. And then in our back part, they stopped, you know, braiding real tight back there because you get the little bump. Then I watch people who their edges and everything just broke off from the pulling of the braids. Then if you put your hair up, and I'm trying to tell you, I had an issue. I was every bit about 14, 15 years old. I like to wear my hair like Janet Jackson would wear it in Poetic Justice. I think that's how old I was. I don't know. But I like to wear my hair up, and then I would actually pull the hair up and let it go head on with the scalp. However, I believe it because now that things have eased out, it's not as painful anymore when you get your hair braided. And I still be trying to figure out, like, the next day, if I go to do this or do something, I be like, what is that? Like, what is that? How did I get this sore in my head? Where did this sore come from? So I strongly believe it because a lot of people, and ladies, chime in into the comments, please chime in. And if your comment is right, I will post my comment to comment into your comment as a video, because this is true. I know I'm not the only one that suffer from little sores in the head after getting braids, even though it's not sore, even if the braid was crocheted in singles, like my fluffy twist or whatever. And I am one who do use sensational hair braiding. I mean, if I'm doing my own, that's the brand that I use. Other than that, normally if I'm going to the braiding salon or my stylist come through, it's usually Expressions. But this is so true. So at this point, I see why now there has been so many people reaching out with their own braiding manufacturer brands. Okay, I see why now. Now I also see why not a lot, but some people, and I've seen it on YouTube videos, and I've actually done it myself, will wash the braiding hair prior to installing it. And that is one of the reasons why we should, besides of everything that has been through to make the braiding hair and the dirt and the dust. And believe me, you guys, the water be super dirty. It be super, almost make you question, like, do I want to put this in my head? However, this is something that has dropped. It's out there. When it got out there, I wanted to do a video so bad, but I've been extremely busy. But it has chemicals. I'm going to do some, you know, post some little overlays on here to show y'all, you know, different things of what they're saying about it. Now, do we have a case? That part, I don't know yet, because I'm trying to tell you, a lawsuit like that, everybody's probably only going to get maybe 25 cents, because it's so many people out here that get braids. And not to mention, now children get added hair into their braids, which wasn't the thing back when we were growing up. Generation X, you would get your hair cornrowed and put your little beads at the end, and whatever your length of your hair was, that's just how it went. But now people are adding that braiding hair into toddlers' hair, into babies' hair, into young ones' hair. And I can just imagine that young one keeps scratching, and then they coming across a sore themselves. So this most definitely is something that needs to be looked at. Who do I contact? Like, is it Congress? I need to talk to somebody, because I most definitely have actually dried up scabs that are no scabby or nothing like that on my scalp. But I do have a little allergic reaction to certain shampoos, okay? But neither here nor there. Those certain shampoos started being developed a little bit before the pandemic and a little after. So shampoos that I was using as a kid, which was the number one, was Cream of Nature. At one point in time, you get you some Cream of Nature and you was just rocking out with it, you know. But a lot of these shampoos that have sulfate and stuff in it, I found out that my scalp don't like it. I found out that when I stopped getting perms, when I stopped getting perms, I stopped getting scabs. I don't even see dandruff on my scalp no more by me stop getting perms. And we all know, they're saying as well, perms was found with cancer chemicals in the perms as well. So at this point, what are we doing? It's really for us to wear our own hair, go natural, do whatever. We all know it's hard to do. I mean, I have a sew-in in right now. However, my sew-in don't cause all of the ruckus of versus when I get braids. You know, my braids, I be loving my braids, and braid season is coming up. Yes, it is. It's coming up for me. It's coming up again. And now I'm like, okay, I have to find me a brand that I want to buy that possibly do not have the chemicals that are listed. And like I said, I will do an overlay because I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Some of them chemicals, only ones I can really pronounce is benzene. I can't pronounce a lot of them, so it was no point in me doing like the back joint and all that. But the point is, be mindful. It is cancer chemicals in the braiding hair. And some of you, of course, might be saying, which I ain't gonna lie, I said it myself, well, you gotta go from something, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you gonna do? It's stuff in our food, it's stuff in everything. Like, what are we gonna do? But dang, it's like, you don't want that cancer to really hit already to your brain. Because believe it or not, once it hits your brain, it's all over from there. It's like automatic, almost stage 4. Okay, so yeah, y'all chime in. What's your thoughts on this? Have y'all looked it up? You know, do you have a particular brand that you can refer us to? Drop it in the comments, whatever it is that we can use. And you guys have a good day and carry on.